Everybody's always like, why do you always want to go to the beach? Why do you live down there? You know? I don't know, guys. You tell me. Look at this. Good morning. Why would you want to wake up anywhere else? What's up? Good morning. It's Saturday. Like usual, it's always Saturday on this channel. It's freezing out. It's probably like 30 degrees right now. Forecast says flat, but I think that might be a spot that's breaking. Worst comes to worst, I got the fishing gear. See if there's any bass out there today. If it's flat. If it's not flat, we're surfing. So heading down there now, see what we can get. So that's gonna be the end of that. Went down there. There's really not anything to surf. The waves are kind of small. There's a couple of tiny rights, but as everybody knows, I don't like rights, and the waves are just too small to get suited up and go out when it's this cold for no reason. Unless I'm gonna get a couple good ones, I'd prefer not to. Plus, I got yard work to do. So, you know, as far as the fishing went, there was too much seaweed out there. So every time that I cast it, I would have to clean off like 10 pounds of seaweed. Cast it about 2 dozen times, watch the sunrise, and now I'm gonna head back and take care of Karen's house and some other things. So try again tomorrow. Alright, so I thought I fixed the van, but apparently not. So same thing happened going down Ocean Parkway, and billows of smoke coming out from behind me. So figured it was the same problem, pulled over, looked at the bottom of the van, and sure enough, hose popped off. So I have a transmission fluid delivery coming to me right now. I was able to pop the hose back on, make it down to Oak Beach. So sitting here at Oak Beach and waiting for my delivery. Gonna fill up the transmission fluid, go home, and actually swap out the entire hose now. I thought it was that clip, but who knows, maybe, you know, the flared end of that hose is a little worn from, you know, throughout the years, or maybe I got a bigger problem, like a clog further down the transmission line. So time will tell, and we'll see what happens after this whole situation pans out. All right, long story short, had my pops come down to Oak Beach, brought some fittings that screw into the back of the radiator where that clip holds the hose on. If you look at my last video, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I swapped out that fitting. I have a brand new clip on there, put the hose back on, topped off the fluid, and now I'm pulling back into the neighborhood. Now, if this happens again, I'll be sure to post another video, tell you exactly what it is, because now it's almost like a game. Now I want to know, you know, things like this kind of get me going, and I want to be able to fix it correctly and for good. Stay tuned. Made it to Karen, so we're doing all right. I told you that the yard work would get done, I just didn't know when, so here we are. Let's do it. We gotta chop some stuff down and get some leaves on.
Yeah, I got no excuses. Hey, yeah, they asked me where I learned to do this. Self-taught, checking things off my to-do list. Treat my temper like my family, I ain't tryna lose it. Say a little, do a lot. Woo! No excuses. Hey, I got no excuses. Yeah, I got no excuses. Woo! I got no excuses. Yeah, I got no. Yeah. Yo, this industry is so confusing. Hard to tell who's really with me or who's trying to use me. If I told you I respect you, I ain't say it loosely. I don't throw those words around, it's just not how I do things. Ay, yeah, I know I can be a nuisance. Ain't afraid to admit it if I think the shoe fits. People ask me where I've been, I've been writing new hits. Had to make my own plans, I don't need your 2 cents. Ay, yeah, I don't wanna hear excuses. I just like to make moves and make improvements. I just like to break rules, maybe start some new trends. Live the life that I choose, cutting off the loose ends. Yeah, they ask me where I learned to do this. Self-taught, checking things off my to-do list. Treat my temper like my family, I ain't tryna lose it. Say a little, do a lot. Woo! No excuses. Ay, I got no excuses. Yeah, I got no excuses. Woo! I got no excuses. Yeah, I got no. Yeah. Here's a couple things that I'm confused with. I just did an interview, the guy was pretty clueless. You don't have to know the album names of all my music, but at least try to find out who you in the room with. Ay, I like facts, I don't like assuming. Take a shot behind my back, I'ma catch a bullets. Why the game looking at me like I'm just a tourist? They should know I'm here to stay, this verse is getting boring. Twisted mind of a lyricist, listen while I experiment. Visualize it's imperative, big surprises and scary tricks. It is time, yes we're here again, sitting in silence, don't care for it, criticizing my...
Good morning. So Sunday morning. Yesterday played out halfway decent, thank God. You know, van's running good, and the yard's taken care of. Woke up this morning, Karen wanted to go bowling, so I have some food prep I have to do for the week, but first we're gonna go throw some balls at some pins and see who's the better bowler. She swears that she's gonna beat me, but we'll see. I haven't bowled since I was on a league when I was like 10 at Bayshore Bowling Alley. So I still have shoes, I still have a bowl, and we're gonna go take some bets on who's the better bowler here. So we'll see how this one turns out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are you gonna lose to me in bowling? Was that English? Were we talking sign language?
I had a very dry 7-Eleven roll in my mouth.
Who's gonna win? Who won?
The up below is above my feet when the clock is laughing at me. the last thing I want to see. No. My enemy is a friend of mine and a friendly place to be seen. Hey. You know I'll run away for a couple years just to prove I've never been free.
I haven't been bowling in a very long time. I'll get him next time.
I haven't been either, but I still won.
I'll get him next time.
I even gave her a few gutter bowls.
I'll get him next time.
All right.